a lot of excitement, a lot of disappointment. Similar things, George. Chances there, couldn't quite finish them off.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, as you say, you've said it for the last sort of 5 or 6 weeks after every game. Lots of line breaks and not quite connecting the dots. And today in that first half, there was about 5 line breaks, 3 of which were you think they're going to look like relatively easy tries. So that's something we've got to address. We've worked very hard on our attack this season. It's been a long and arduous process, but I think we've started to show in the last 6 weeks what we can do. Finishing off the tries has got to be better, obviously, and we've got to make a plan around the off-season how we're going to address that. But the boys left it all out there. Some of them have played a lot of rugby this season, long, hard season, and I think you could see that at the back end of the game, if I'm honest. But they've dug in, guys like Seb Atkinson, for him to have played as many games as he has, fair play to him, and he was digging in, and I think I'm proud of the boys. I think they've had a tough season. We all have. It's been a very tough season, but as I say, there's progress in some areas. I would have liked our set piece not to have dropped off a little bit at the back end of the season, and we had a few maul shots at the end there that traditionally we would finish off. So look, we need to get the balancing act right. We need to finish our tries, but yeah, it's been a tough day.
We were talking almost recruitment up in the bench, and one of the things was almost more physios. Not saying the physios don't. You need more physios. Keep those guys on the pitch.
Yeah, I don't. We've got a very good. I know you're joking. We've got a very good physio department, very good S&C department. I think, there's a combination of a bit of bad luck, and we've already had a look at a few things. Maybe we could help try and keep people on the pitch, because obviously we've had way too many off the pitch. So we've got to look at all bases and see what's what. So as a coach, I don't want to see that many high-profile players in the physio room. There are lots of young guys who have really, their character has shone through this period, and I'm very, very excited about them for the future. Like I say, they've probably ended up playing too much rugby, and there's a fine balance when you're young and coming through, and even when you're senior, and there'll be lots of positives out of that. It's to say the table doesn't look the way we want it to look right now, and I think there's a bit of a debrief period we all need to take and make sure we assess everything and rip everything apart. But I think the squad, in terms of experience, is going to be a long way ahead once we get everybody back.
George, I think you said it there. It's been a tough season, particularly at the end of the season. Some big highs. Gloucester supporters will be there. There'll be some criticism flying. There'll be support there. It's all to do next year. Yeah,
it is. And look, we are unbelievably grateful for the Gloucester supporters. They are, through thick and thin, they turn up, they scream, they shout. And look, everyone's going to have different opinions on things, and that's absolutely fine. That's the nature of the beast. That's sport. But what I will say, from the inside, is the group have learnt a huge amount. I've learnt a huge amount this season. I wasn't expecting so many bumps in the road to have to manage through. So there's been a lot of lessons. We're not happy with where we are. That's absolutely factual. We think we could be a lot better up the table than we are, but we will regroup, we will be stronger, and I think, like I say, some of the players who have come through this season are very, very exciting for Gloucester future.
Yeah, Europe's gone in the Champions Cup, but still, as you say, a young side will be coming through in a Challenge Cup to play for, Premiership to play for. Everything's looking forward again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like I say, we need a little debrief period, have a bit of downtime. Coaches will get in and start ripping everything up and making plans, and then the players will come back fresh. And again, there's going to be a lot of things to digest. Coaches already had a couple of days last week just throwing a few ideas about. But yeah, look, it has been a long, tough season, absolutely, and unfortunately we finished this weekend, which is not the objective. But as you say, when we get to next season, we'll have a lot of things solved from this year.
Can I just ask the last question? Is there any room anywhere for recruitment of any sort?
No, not players wise, no, because the cap sort of restricts that. We will be bringing in a few staff and bits and pieces. One thing we definitely have been, particularly as a coaching team this year, is very skinny. We've got the smallest coaching team in the Premiership by quite a long way, and that's something we've addressed, and we need some more numbers in. So I think that will be a massive start for the process of next season. But yeah, it's like I say, we've been spread thin there. Everyone's worked really hard, but we will have a couple come in. Players-wise, we're pretty much there with recruitment. Unless anything changes with the cap or anyone, anything like that, I think we're there and thereabouts.